Visions of Peace, in collaboration with HQ Creative and Angel Picture, has produced a documentary on peace and tolerance titled The Golden Rule: Do Unto Others. The film has been screened at various institutions and organizations, including schools. And to know more about the film and its targeted goals and achievement, we will talk to Cheryl Halpern, founder of Visions of Peace and co-producers of the documentary, and Natasha Dematra, executive director, Visions of Peace Initiative. Hello, Cheryl and Natasha. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, first of all, I would like to know more about the movie itself, about the background of the movie. Why did you produce this golden rule, do unto others? Maybe to Cheryl first.
You know, I'm a grandmother. And I'm looking at my 13 grandchildren growing up in a world that is so violent, where children are being indoctrinated to hate, to kill. And I'm afraid, what can we do to address the lack of civility in our world today? And when I was younger, and I'm somewhat older than you, we actually had a course in civility in school, and we were taught the golden rule: do unto others as you would want to have done to yourself, and conversely, don't do to another what you would not want done to yourself. And in speaking to members of different faiths who are my friends, I discovered that every faith has the commonality of a universal value, the golden rule, the ethic of reciprocity. And I was then motivated to tell the story, to show children that we're all God's children and we need to respect each other, respect our differences, and learn to listen and respond appropriately.
Okay, that's a good message that you have back there. Now I'm going to Natasha as the executive director of Visions of Peace Initiative. What about you? What's the background of you supporting this production of movie?
Well, at first, we made the film because, again, of the Visions of Peace, with our mission to bring the ethic of reciprocity to the world, especially the young children. And we feel that this film would be better, this mission that we're trying to put up to the world will be better if we make them through films. And then when Princess Cheryl was telling me that, let's make this film, this documentary about do unto others, I was like, okay, this is going to be the first, I think, in history of making the film about the ethic of reciprocity. And hearing the many responses from different religious leaders, we are very, very happy about the response.
Okay, so you're happy with the documentary result as well?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. So what do you think is going to be the main message of this movie?
It's to be kind to another as much as you want to be kind to yourself. So do unto others as you would want them to do unto yourself. And I think it's as simple as that. If you find peace within you, you can bring peace to other people.
All right. What message does Visions of Peace want to convey through this film? Maybe you can elaborate more on that, Cheryl.
Well, it's a matter of education. That is the purpose of the Visions of Peace Initiative. You know, children today are facing bullying, harassment, recruitment by extremists. They need to be given an education to counter all of that. And the ethic of reciprocity, the golden rule, is really meant to achieve that. So it's the foundation stone, so to speak, of the Visions of Peace Initiative. If we can teach respect, if we can teach you to think how you would want to be treated in a given situation, then just maybe we will have civility.
Interesting. How do you see religious tolerance and pluralism in Indonesia?
Well, that's really more Natasha's
Well, I mean, I think Indonesia has always born as a country who believe in diversity, unity and diversity. I mean, our motto, national motto is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, but I think we take it for granted. I think especially during what happened in the world and in Indonesia, I think we need to learn more about tolerance and, again, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. And I think that's where Visions of Peace initiative comes in, to teach people about what is the meaning of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika and unity and diversity. Not just a motto, but how do you do that in your real life?
Okay, maybe go back to Cheryl. How do you see, Natasha already mentioning about this motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. How do you see this message, and maybe how can you connect that to the message of the movie itself?
You know, I think the world needs to learn from Indonesia. Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, that goes back to the 1400s and has continued within Indonesia in all of its governing incarnations, the kingdoms, the Dutch colony, now the Republic. It's a matter of respecting diversity and creating unity. And that's what has to be taught. It's not, tolerance is not in the human genome. We need to learn it. And that's what the Visions of Peace initiative is all about. And the golden rule, do unto others, is really a affirmation of that.
How do you think the movie will contribute to, the pluralism and the religious tolerance in Indonesia?
I think it will contribute not just to the religious tolerance in Indonesia, but religious tolerance around the world. There's a lack of awareness. People really do not know that if you're a Muslim and you're a Christian and you're a Hindu or you're a Baha'i, you have commonality. You have values that echo from faith to faith to faith to faith. And if you can become aware that each of us has a similar common value, you can believe in God and refer to the divine as you choose. I can refer to God by a different name. Natasha can similarly have a different frame of reference to the Almighty. And the Buddhist and the Taoist, we all have our own tradition within religion. But we have from the divine the similar commandment to do to one another as we would want to have done to ourselves. Ignorance, lack of awareness, lack of education is the problem that we are all facing today, particularly with the youth.
Now, Natasha, do you echo the same message?
Yes, truly. I echo the same, and I hope through this film we can educate more people and more religious leaders to come in and be one. I mean, we are a very diverse country, a very diverse people with very different backgrounds and ethnicities. I think it's time for us to embrace that, and I hope this film can do that.
All right. So actually, the movie came out at the same time as the start of Ramadan, the holy month of Ramadan. So maybe you can also convey a message to the people who's watching our program today, and it relates that to the movie's message itself.
I hope that I want to wish everyone a very good Ramadan, a very good fasting month. I hope everyone have peace to their heart and also to others. And I hope that this film mission to bring peace and kindness to the world could be to you through this interview, through our films, and I hope we send our greatest love and peace for this coming year, for this new Ramadan coming.
Thank you for that great message. How about you, Sarah?
Well, I'm going to echo what Natasha said. Ramadan is a time for introspection. It's a time for meditation. It's a time to reflect on how to better oneself, to give charity, to do unto others. And so this film is in keeping with the theme the core theme of Ramadan. So along the same line that Natasha expressed, we really wish everybody a meaningful and self-reflective, productive Ramadan.
Well, thank you very much once again, Cheryl and Natasha, for sharing with us about the movie The Golden Rule, Do Unto Others. All right, that's a wrap for today's News on Focus today. I am Valerina Daniel. Thanks for watching and goodbye.